Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Kayleigh, and today we're talking about hustling and particularly figuring out that we need to knock it off. And I am one of those people that seems to need to learn things over and over and over again. And I once even said a prayer. I was like, please, God, help me learn lessons the first time and not have to repeat them. But it just seems to be the way that I learn things. I want to talk about hustling today because I think it's something that we do unconsciously and it pushes us into burnout. And once we hit that limit of burnout, it is a lot harder to get grounded and focused and re-energized for the passions that we have. I continuously catch myself in a loop. I get very passionate and very intense about the things that I want to accomplish, the things I want to build, the visions that I have. And I start to push myself into these passions so intensely that I start hustling without even realizing that I'm hustling. This is gonna sound so crazy. I think that when we're in the height of hustling, we are high on the hustle. We feel so productive, so busy, so active, and we can see ourselves accomplishing tasks that we get a bit addicted to that fast-paced productivity. But if we do not pull back off of it regularly and daily, we will start to edge ourselves very close to burnout and then cross the line. Once we cross the line into burnout, it is so much harder to pick ourselves back up, get back on track, and keep going because we've gone past the limit. So when I'm hustling, it turns into me not making space for exercise. And I start pushing myself so much at my computer and I start to ignore the aches in my spine. My spine is so sensitive, particularly my upper back and neck, that as I work on my computer, I start to hunch and hunch and hunch and hunch and hunch. And I get to this place where I start ignoring how much it hurts and I keep pushing. This is the first sign for me that I have crossed over into hustle mode. The second sign is that I do not take the time to prioritize my well-being in every other aspect other than fitness. I stop prepping food. I stop eating really well-balanced meals. I stop taking time to read for fun, journal, make music, dance, sing. Like I stop doing the other things I love and I start replacing all of that with work or self-improvement. A really personal example of this is that I have been trying to read a book called Dare to Lead by Brené Brown. Awesome book, but I keep trying to read it at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night when I'm trying to wind down for bed. It is not time to absorb new ideas that stretch the psyche and the mind right before you're trying to sleep. I don't even remember half of what I'm reading and my brain is trying to shut down, but I keep trying to pour information into it. This is hustling. This is when the grind is more important than you, the person experiencing the grind. Backing out of hustling is really important. I've heard this said a couple of times and it has really settled in for me. This last time I heard it, I listened to a podcast called How to Make Money as a Life Coach by Stacey Bayman. And if you are any kind of coach, that's an awesome podcast for you to listen to. One of her core beliefs is that you can't sell without serving. It's service oriented and that produces selling versus seeking money, chasing money. She really talks about setting money on the back burner and putting service at the front. In one of her episodes, she talks about hustling and she talks about how it is a mindset of lack. And this really struck me for a second. Hustling comes from the mindset of thinking we don't have enough. We don't have enough money, we don't have enough time, we don't have enough resources, so we need to hustle through the day, through the tasks, push. It is a mindset of lack, a mindset of not having enough, needing more, lack. And when I heard her say that for like the second or third time, as I am someone who needs to hear things a couple of times and also have like connection in life, it settled into me that when I get into this hustle mode, I think it's because I'm so disciplined, I'm so inspired, I'm so motivated, I'm working so hard. Actually, it's because I'm putting burdens and weights on myself that I'm not at the place I want to be, so I have to hustle, push, and race toward where I'm trying to go. But when I hook into that mindset and I start operating in that way, the target becomes blurry because I'm no longer operating from a place of well-balanced health and eyes on God. Now my eyes are on money, my eyes are on my work, and my eyes are on the horizon, but God is above the horizon. So my gaze starts to shift downward and everything spirals. My body aches, my appetite goes wonky, I get headaches, I can't focus. Nothing I do feels like enough. It's like the accomplishment of the project doesn't even feel like an accomplishment because I still have to do what's next. I never take a moment to stop and celebrate. So we need to stop hustling and we need to work hard instead. I know this video is titled Stop Hustling, Do This Instead. The answer is to understand, what does hard work look like? Hard work is a mindset of abundance. You are working toward what you want with having enough right now. It is not about hustling out of lack. It is about working hard in the abundance. Instead of being a money-oriented, grinding mindset, it is a belief-oriented mindset, believing that you have enough, you are enough, what you're doing is enough, and that whatever is in tomorrow, the Lord already knows, and you are showing up today. It has satisfying air about it. Working hard is something to be proud of. Hustling is something that will burn you out. When we work hard, we are in the flow of health, rest, and work. We are taking care of our bodies, we are eating well, we are resting regularly, and our work is more focused, targeted, and directional. Because when we operate from a belief system, we operate from belief and faith and hard work instead of hustle, we have a clearer target. Because ideally, we're spending time with God in prayer before the day, before we even set our to-do list, before we decide what we need to do. We get our minds renewed and grounded with God, and then we work hard. The scriptures tell us that whatever your hands find to do, do it with all your might. This is hard work. This isn't hustling. And let's be honest about hustling. The more you hustle, the lower quality your work becomes, because you're not doing it with all your might when your brain is 5 miles ahead of where you are right now. Working hard is about having belief, faith, direction, commitment, and balance in your life with health and rest in the midst. So I think hard work is something that we really need to check with God, because we're going to push ourselves. We're going to push limits. You can't work hard and build muscle without breaking down muscle. So there is a component of laboring that is in this. That's why it's hard work. There is labor, but it's labor that satisfies, that the brain can go, all right, it's time to shut down and rest at night. It's labor that's going to slow and steady, reliably and sustainably produce profit and fruit, instead of it being operating in this place of never enough, never enough, never enough. It does need to come from a mindset of believing in God, prioritizing that relationship. He is your portion, so He is enough. So we don't need to hustle and be afraid that we don't have enough. We need to work hard in the abundant grace that God gives us. I've got to stop. All hustling has to stop. I'm done. Here and now, it's done. I can't do it anymore because I come to this place where I burn out, and then it takes me who knows how much time, sometimes a week, sometimes a month, who knows, to rest and also work through the mental battle of the fact that I'm resting more than I think I should need, but I'm not taking ownership of how much I pushed myself beyond my limits. So resting, recuperating, refocusing, showing up again, and then hooking into that hustle again and doing the process all over again. It wastes so much time and effort, and I don't even accomplish the things I want to accomplish because my effort and energy was pushed into hustling instead of hard work. I think that really sums it up well, and I think that it really hits the nail on the head, and it helps land it for us, because so many people, I've met so many people, whether it's in person or through comment sections of really amazing channels that encourage mindset, productivity, gain, all these things. So many people desire to build and build sustainably. So many people desire to show up and push the limit. We can't do that when we're hustling, but we can absolutely do it when we're working hard. So stop hustling and start working hard instead. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Kayleigh. If you'd like to leave a comment below, I'd really appreciate it. And share this video with a friend, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel to see what else I have. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram to see more behind the scenes content, go ahead and do so, and I will see you next time.